With that said, as South Africa prepares for the inauguration of Cyril Ramaphosa as its fifth president, some believe he's already taken his first steps towards revamping his post-election cabinet. The deployment by the ANC-NEC of Environment Minister Nomvula Mokonyane to Parliament's chair of chairs could be an indication, some say, that Ramaphosa is keeping his word to prioritise the fight against corruption. At the State Capture Commission, Mokonyane was accused of taking bribes. Senior political reporter Mzwandile Mbeje joins me now to talk a little bit more about this. Mzwandile, let's just first start with the impression that people have of Ramaphosa as a leader at this point in time.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Tsepi. So, you know, it's quite interesting if you interact with people out there. So what is it that they are expecting from the president? I think he is very strong on issues of corruption. He is very strong on issues of the economy. And at the moment, that is what is really troubling this country. We need to kickstart the economy because a lot of people are unemployed. The stats last week showed that our economy is really struggling. So given that he also has a business background, so people do have a sense that if he is fully in charge, he should be able to turn the corner there. And again, the issue relating to corruption. I mean, the reason why we're having so many service delivery protests is because resources are diverted to wrong people. Even where people could be serviced, but people simply decide to take that money. I mean, you find roads that could be built within 3 weeks, taking years. So as long as he's able to deal with some of those issues, I think people will really have even more confidence in him.
So, let's get straight into it. How is he going to deal with it? There have been various lists that have been published of what the cabinet is going to look like. What it looks like, will that end up being his dream team, his choice, or the function of some sort of compromise within the political infighting?
Well, our system is a very interesting system, Etsepi. So it's not a direct presidential system. So it's a party system. So he is the president of the ANC, and then whatever he does, he will take into account as well of what the ANC should look like. But remember, he will be judged according to what decisions he made. Because as the president of the country, he has the prerogative to appoint whomsoever he so wishes. But obviously, he will take into account that there are also political players. But even then, I still think he would be very strong on people who are seen as competent and people who have experience, and of course bring in the youth, because there's also that cry that young people need to be exposed to this kind of situations. So I think that's what he will basically do. He will try to make sure that his team is strong, but of course making sure that certain forces, or rather certain interest groups as well, are taken care of, because and we can make a quick example. So everyone will be watching how many women will be in that cabinet.
So let's talk about neutralizing, and I'm going to go to his relationship with the opposition. Would one say it's largely improved between the leader of the ANC, especially in the National Assembly, and generally in the political landscape? Is that a function of intra-party relations changing, or Ramaphosa's own individual personality?
You know, I would basically say, I think everyone knew that when he took over at SABC, he was basically finishing the fifth term, which was the term occupied by former President Jacob Zuma. So this is his term now. So this is where now he will be able to engage with everyone on his own. Not really a question of, well, we know you're just passing by. So, but given the kind of person he is, he does seem very easy with the leaders of the opposition. I mean, whether it's Maimane, whether it's Malema, sometimes they will even crack jokes. But the test will be when this administration continues. Remember, there's still going to be challenges. How is the EFF, for example, they are known to be very robust, and they have an increased number of people in parliament. So how are they going to react, particularly on the issue of expropriation without compensation, because I think the FF has made it clear that they would lend its support to the ANC, and then they form that two-thirds majority. And how is he going to navigate that? And that will inform the relation going forward, perhaps with other parties.
How tactile he is as a politician. So finally, let's look at the election results. Are they indicative of South Africans in general giving him a mandate due to Ramaphoria, as people have termed it, and those that didn't vote ANC? Does it have anything to do with Ramaphobia? As in, do the structures in the party support him, and the grassroots believe that he is willing and able?
You know, I think the results tell a very interesting story at Tsepiso. All they are basically saying is that we are tired of being lied to, we are tired of empty promises, but at the moment, you are still the people who we believe can change our lives. That is why we'll still give you an overwhelming mandate, but point a finger at you to say, if you don't deliver, so we're going to take our mandate away from you. And of course, his own personality contributed quite a lot, given the kind of factionalism and the kind of talk that was all around. I mean, I was listening to Mam Kaula earlier. In fact, I was reading something basically saying, oh, Abuile Lamasele Parliament. So, meaning these thieves are back in
part
Parliament.
Of the collective leadership, yes.
Because they are being branded as thieves, so in the eyes of the people, are they real thieves? Maybe you are. Let's give you a mandate one last time.
All right. Thank you very much, Mzwandile Mbeje, SABC senior political reporter.